Our relationship with food, it's got to be one of the most complex things we ever deal with. It's fuel, it's comfort, it's culture, and yeah, sometimes it's a huge source of stress. So let's get into what's really going on behind every single bite we take.
Okay, be honest. Have you ever been like hand deep in a bag of chips or staring into the fridge and you just stop and ask yourself this one question? I think we've all been there, not totally sure what even led us to that moment.
And the answer is almost never just 'cause I'm hungry. So in the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden forces that are actually driving those decisions. This is about giving you the clarity to make choices that feel good.
All right, so let's dive right in. The thing is, we eat for reasons that go way, way beyond just needing fuel. It's this fascinating mix of our biology, our psychology, and just plain old routine.
So, when you boil it all down, it turns out most of why we eat comes back to one of three really powerful drivers. You've got actual, primal hunger, you've got automatic habit, and then there's the one that trips a lot of us up, powerful emotion. Getting a handle on these three is really the first big step.
And the real superpower here is just learning to spot which one is pulling the strings at any given moment. So let's break each one down so you know what to look for.
Okay, first up, we've got physiological hunger. This is the legit one, right? This is your body's actual signaling system saying, hey, we could use some energy and nutrients down here. It's a pure and simple biological need.
So how can you be sure it's real hunger? Well, there are some dead giveaways. It kind of creeps up on you. It doesn't just hit you like a ton of bricks. You're not desperate for one specific thing. A sandwich, an apple, anything sounds pretty good. You can feel it in your body. That hollow stomach, maybe you feel a little tired. And here's the kicker. When you eat, you feel satisfied. You feel full and content, not guilty.
Okay, next up is habitual eating. And yeah, this is basically our brain on autopilot. This has nothing to do with hunger and everything to do with routine. Your brain loves shortcuts, so it just links an activity with eating and runs the program automatically.
The triggers here are totally external. It's not your stomach growling, it's the clock hitting noon. It's sitting down on the couch to watch a movie. It's walking past that bakery on the way to work. And notice, there are no physical hunger pangs beforehand. This is how you can eat a whole bowl of popcorn and not even remember doing it. It's completely mindless.
And that brings us to the third one, and for so many of us, this is the big one. Emotional eating. In this case, food isn't about fuel, it's about feelings. We're using it to try and soothe stress, or numb out anxiety, or just fight off boredom.
And this one feels different. It doesn't build, it just hits you. Bam! It feels urgent. And you don't just want food, you need that specific thing, right? The ice cream, the chips, the pizza. But the feeling afterward, it's not satisfaction. It's usually followed by a wave of guilt or shame. It's a tough cycle, for sure.
Okay, this is where it all clicks. When you put real hunger and emotional hunger side by side, wow, the difference is just night and day. Look at the onset, gradual versus sudden. The cravings, you'll eat anything versus you need that one thing. And how you feel after, satisfied versus guilty. This chart right here, this is your most powerful diagnostic tool. So, okay, we can spot the drivers now. Why does this even matter? Well, it's all about switching from being a passenger, just letting these habits and emotions drive, to actually being the one in the driver's seat making the choice.
And this really lays it out, doesn't it? You've got two paths. On one side, mindless eating. That's just being on autopilot, totally reactive, and it can really throw our bodies out of whack. But on the other, you've got mindful eating. That's about being conscious, being present, and actually making a choice that serves you.
All right, so the big question is, how do we actually make that shift? The good news is, there's a toolkit for this. Two really powerful, proven ideas that work so well together to help us do just that.
Yeah, this whole path forward really rests on two main pillars. Think of them as the foundation for building a healthier, more conscious relationship with food. Pillar number one is mindful eating, and it is the perfect antidote to that mindless autopilot mode we were talking about. It's simply the practice of paying attention on purpose to the whole experience of eating.
And the best part is, you can start doing this like right now. It's super simple. Before you eat, just pause. Take 1 second and ask, am I actually hungry? Then, when you do eat, really engage your senses. Notice the smells, the flavors. It's not about restriction. It's about creating just enough space to tell the difference between real hunger and just a passing craving.
Then we have pillar number two, intuitive eating.
And this is a bit bigger. It's more of a whole philosophy. It's not a diet at all. Actually, it's the opposite. It's all about ditching diet culture and learning to trust your own body's signals again.
And the ideas behind it are, honestly, they're game changers. When you stop thinking of foods as good or bad, they lose their power over you. When you actually honor your hunger instead of fighting it, you're less likely to get those desperate cravings that trigger emotional eating in the first place.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what do I do when I'm standing in front of the open fridge at 10 p.m.? So let's get super practical with a simple guide to turn all this into a real, lasting change. This is it. This is your practical, in-the-moment, 3-step plan next time you get an urge to eat. Just try this. Step 1. Pause and identify. Take one deep breath and scan your body for those actual signs of hunger. Step 2. If it's not hunger, name the trigger. Seriously, say it out loud. I'm just bored, or I'm feeling stressed. And then step 3, address the root cause. Ask yourself, what do I really need right now? Maybe it's not a cookie, maybe it's a 5-minute walk or a glass of water.
And listen, this isn't just some feel-good mental trick. This is actual brain science. Every single time you pause and make a conscious choice instead of running on autopilot, you are strengthening new connections in your brain. You are literally rewiring your old habits.
So from now on, the next time you feel that pull, that urge to eat, just give yourself 1 second. Pause and ask yourself this one simple question. Seriously, the answer, it could change everything.